All right, everybody, we are here.
What's up,
Bleachers in the
guys?
house? Yeah, say hi, guys.
What's up? What's up, Adam Wolf? What is up, Rick Ivory?
Yeah, say hi, guys.
Wait, hold on. I need to take that thing off.
Wow, I'm getting a lot of echo.
Yeah, that was my laptop part.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Big Mike? Bleacher. What's up? Hey, who's else is in there? I see
All right.
What's up, bud?
Yep.
So, guys,
Christina,
we have. Hey, Christina, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining.
Adam in the house. Tony Costa. Man, we got a full house already.
Holy cow, we're getting
what is up, guys?
Folks in. It said
JJ
0, and then
Cruz in the
all of a sudden
building.
it jumped up to 11.
Jay.
All right, so everyone, we have a freaking awesome show planned for tonight. So far as I know, the only people who have reviewed this cigar are the two guys on the screen, excluding me, Cesar and Rob. It's we're going to have Jeffrey Brandt from. Technically, he's with Zigarrenkönig, which is that stands for, or that's German for Cigar King, and he's the only U.S. representative and distributor of Crazy Monkey Cigars. So, like I said, he's the owner of Zigarrenkönig and an independent rep for brands such as Jazz, Sum Kral, Antigua Esteli Cigars, Amendola Family Cigars, Davtian, I think it is, cigars, and soon coming Veritas Cigars. And he's also the rep for a Bespoke cigar knife that's made in France. And so a little bit about the cigar. Let me show you what we're looking at here. This is the Crazy Monkey. It's hard to do this stuff backwards, man. And around October of last year, Jeffrey discovered this brand. And the brand is out of Switzerland. It's two gentlemen that are involved in the cigar industry somehow over in Switzerland. And they made this cigar kind of as their own thing, never planning to bring it to the U.S. He bugged them for quite a while and worked on becoming a distributor for it. And we really don't know much of anything about the cigar except it originates in Nicaragua. I think it's a Nicaraguan Puro. The Vitola is a 5x58. The price is kind of steep. It's a $15.99 cigar single. If you buy a box, it's $180. The interesting thing about that box is there's 13 to a box, so that ends up being about 14% savings on the cigar.
Yeah.
And all right, we got the man in the green room, so let's bring him in.
Awesome.
Here he is.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Man, this is the first time seeing you, bro. How's it going?
You are the perfect rep for this cigar.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we hear you good.
All right, I got headphones on, so I was making sure you could hear me okay.
Fantastic.
I had to move my outdoor smoking facility to inside the car because it started to rain.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We're fixing the storm here. I'm hoping I keep my power until the show's over because
it just started too, man.
I wish it was raining here. It is hot.
No, then it'll be muggy. No.
It's been muggy all day today. I'm kind of glad this came.
Yeah, cool things off a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
So you're in the PA area, or where was it again?
Yep. I'm in Bucks County, right outside of Philadelphia, like 10 minutes,
okay.
15 minutes outside of Philly.
Nice.
And we need this rain to keep the people off the streets, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I hear you, bro. I hear you, man. That is for sure.
It's been crazy, absolutely crazy.
Oh yeah.
All right, this
yesterday, right? Was it a little rally or what is it? A little walk right now, or like a few blocks away from us. But only about a couple hundred people showed up, and it was a real peaceful one. It was real nice. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, there's been a couple peaceful ones like close by, and then after they were done looting in the city, they started to come into the suburbs, into my area late at night and hit stores.
Jeez.
But our PD around here went after them. Not like the city cops. The city cops just kind of let them do their thing, you know.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't think they're coming back in the suburbs.
Yeah. Well, we had one here. It had an event in downtown Houston where it was about 60,000 plus people that showed up, and it was a peaceful event. But then we got word that they're gonna start heading out to the smaller towns outside of Houston and make havoc and all that. So
Yeah.
So we were ready for that, but thank God nothing happened. They didn't do anything to anybody. I guess everybody just went home. And, you know, it's a good thing for everybody.
Thank God. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Thank God.
So this cigar, this is interesting. The cold draw on it had some great barnyard notes and some kind of baking spice. It was really interesting. And now that I've got it lit, I am surprised. Now, first off, is this a Nicaraguan Puro? Can you tell us that?
Okay. It's rolled in Nicaragua, but it's not a Nicaraguan Puro.
Okay.
That I can tell you.
Okay. I was going to say it's awfully smooth. If it was a Nicaraguan Puro, it's super smooth right now.
Yeah, it's very smooth in the cold draw. No spice whatsoever.
No cinnamon? Not getting any cinnamon?
Nothing.
Remember, you know what I'm talking about, Robert. Remember the last show? He's getting all that cinnamon taste. I get them. So I do get that sometimes. I get that cinnamon taste. I know what you're talking about, but I think it's more like a hazelnut type of thing. You know, like that's the way I classified it, like a hazelnut. But I know exactly what you're talking about. You get it right on the front of your tongue.
Like the rum chata with the cinnamon and
I looked that up. I looked it up after the show to see what rum chata was.
Uh-huh.
Oh, crap. Come on. Don't drop on me.
Oh no.
Are you still there? You still there, guys?
Yeah, we're here.
Lighter malfunction?
Yeah,
I lost the picture.
You look like a Chinese
I
movie.
totally lost everything for a second.
Is that what that was? Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone.
He's gone.
That Arizona internet.
Oh.
That desert internet.
Right.
I told him to stop stealing the internet from McDonald's next door. He can't be doing that.
Mr. Heisenberg.
All right.
The feds had to get on. You know, the feds needed to get on. They're on now, so we're okay. They're watching.
So Jeffrey, tell us. Well, first, tell us a little bit about Zigarrenkönig, your company, and how you came about.
So I was in cigar retail for about 15 years. I managed the shop, then I opened the shop. I opened the lounge, sold the business, and started the like independent rep. So I'm an independent rep for 5 different boutique brands. Jasum Crawl, which is one of the biggest ones I rep. Antigua Escali, Gaftian Cigars, Amendola family cigars, and then I have Veritas. Now Veritas was out for a little while, and they're reorganizing. They actually bought a factory. They bought Black Label's old factory in Nicaragua.
Okay.
So March they were going to start new production, but because of all the COVID and stuff going on, nobody's doing anything in Nicaragua right now. It's actually a pretty bad scene in Nicaragua right now. Lot of bad stuff going on. The flu is really kicking their ass down there.
Wow.
So once that factory gets online, then we'll have Veritas also. And then I picked up high-end cigar knife cutter. It's called Club Secret Purist. The guy's in France, and he makes these handmade cigar knives. And I've never felt or seen or used anything. The precision on them is impeccable. I mean, they're amazing.
I've seen the pictures of them. They're really beautiful.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful. So, you know, I always wanted to do a line of, like, have my own. I wanted to go down to Nicaragua, talk to a factory, you know, try out some blends and start my own brand. Now, one day I come across Crazy Monkey on Instagram, and I'm looking at these cigars, and I'm like, man, these are good looking cigars. I gotta try some of these. So I reached out to them. So when I went to message them, come to find out, I had emailed them before, and then they messaged me. So we ended up connecting, and they weren't really interested in bringing the cigar into the United States. It's big in Switzerland and their town. It's these two guys that started it. They blended the cigar. It was more for a personal cigar for them, for their town, their area, their cigar shops. So I spend a lot of time with them on the phone, talking to them about distribution in America and what you have to go through. And I guess he said after we were done talking, he goes, I'm going to send you a box to try them. I appreciate your input. And, you know, I'm glad to be friends with you on social media. And I said, okay, I really appreciate that. You know, can I pay you something to shipping something? No. We want to send you a box of cigars. I said, okay. I get the cigars, and I opened that box, and that smell, aroma came out of that box, and I was blown away. And then I smoked them, and I started thinking to myself, this is a real shame if I can't get the cigar into the United States. Like it. So I tossed the idea around in my head, and I said, you know, if I were to blend a cigar, this is what I would want it to be. This right here. I would want it to be exactly how this is. So I reached back out to them, a couple months back and forth, you know, ironing out some details. And then sure enough, I was able to get the cigar and bring it into the country. So now I'm like their American guy here in the States, and the cigars are shipped to me, and I'm doing direct to consumer right now. Trying to build up the brand a little bit, and then eventually I think we'll go into the cigar shops, but we'll see. Right now we're just taking it one step at a time. I mean, it's a like a small production, you know what I mean? The cigars are all done. The quality is like, it's all there. You know what I mean? That's why the cigar is a little expensive for me. The shipping, the tariffs involved, the quality involved, the tobacco is very expensive, the time that's used. So we'll see how it goes. But so far we've been getting a good reception in the States, you know, with the cigar. I know my partners in Switzerland, I know they're happy. So as long as they're happy, I'm happy. And we'll see where it goes from there.
There you go.
That's good.
So how are you selling them in the U.S. right now? Because they seem impossible to find.
just through Instagram and Facebook and my email. So people can reach out to
you directly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They can reach right out to me, or they can email me. I always put my email in the post. It's cigarbroker@mail.com. So I'm working on a webpage right now. I was waiting for the hats and the stands and the stickers to get done so I could add them into the online store. I just didn't want a cigar, you know what I mean? Like set up this webpage for one cigar. So now that I got all the swag in, we're gonna finish setting up the webpage so I can start directing people right to the page, and you know they can order it and pay right through the webpage.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Very nice.
Trouble.
So what's the actual story of these two guys? Are they brothers? Are they friends only? I know you said they only sold at first. I think to the small town, and there's just one group of people.
They're like two best buddies that live in Switzerland. They live. It's right at the foot of the Alps. They live in this like really picturesque town, and I know they've been cigar aficionados for some time. But you got to remember, over in Switzerland, that's Europe. They're into the Cuban cigars over there.
Yes.
It's a different world than it is for us. So when they went to blend a cigar, you don't see that much in Europe. You see that in America. But to have two guys that actually want to go and make their own cigar in Europe to go against Cuban cigars, that's ballsy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why they were just banking on the idea it was going to be for them, their friends, their small circle, the couple cigar shops that are in their small town. Because I'll tell you something, a lot of cigar shops in Europe, okay, they'll be a La Casa del Habano dealer, but they sign away their rights to carry any other cigar in their store. So they can't even bring in another cigar if they want to. I know Fifth Avenue in Germany has been going through a lot of problems with La Casa del Habano because of their Davidoff line. You know, they're constantly threatening to take their line away from them. So for anybody to want to take on a new world cigar in Europe and introduce it into the retail store, it's ballsy. It's really ballsy. And I give these guys a lot of credit because they put their money on the line and they did it. You know, they really did it.
Yeah, and it's a damn good cigar. I mean, right now I'm just like,
it is.
This thing's good. I didn't want to smoke it. I wanted to hold on to it a little longer. To be honest with you, man. But I know I'm just savoring the cigar, man. It's amazing. I can't believe what's coming out of there.
It's like a Swiss chocolate.
It is. It straight up tastes like chocolate, man.
I still get the same thing. So the whole rum chata, I still get the same thing, and that's what's amazing. I mean, it doesn't change on me. It's not like it was a bad, you know.
It's consistent.
It's consistent on the flavors. I mean, it's the same thing I'm getting from when I got it the first time, and it hasn't changed. There's no spice. It's very smooth, very creamy.
The retro hail is very cool. The retro hail, I love it.
Even if you're not a retro hail person, I think this cigar you can retro hail with no problem at all.
Oh, there's no punch in the nose or anything. It's extremely smooth. You know what's interesting? You guys, you were talking about the cinnamon and the hazelnut and stuff at the beginning. As soon as you said hazelnut, I wasn't getting hazelnut, but I'm not joking. I used to drink when I was in school. The Circle K's used here in Arizona used to carry amaretto creamer for coffees. And I would always get amaretto creamer, and I absolutely tasted amaretto on it. And I was like, holy cow, man.
We're sitting here talking about the cinnamon and rum chata. I thought you were going to say you drank that in school. I'm like, oh, God. Hold on, man.
If I told you what I drank in school, you'd be tripping out. I used to inject my oranges with a vodka and freeze them overnight and eat them at school.
So Jeffrey, how did you get into cigars? How were you introduced to cigars?
I used to be I was a pizza man when I graduated high school.
Okay.
I went to college for a little bit, and I got into the pizza business. And down in the same shopping center, one of my pizza shops I had in the same shopping center, in the same strip, there was a cigar shop. And you know, growing up, my uncles and my grandfather, you know, being Italian from South Philly, they always smoked those De Nobles cigars, crooked looking, stinky cigars. So I brought a dinner into the cigar shop one day, and there was people in there smoking cigars, and I was like, wow, this is cool. Like, look at all these guys sitting around smoking cigars, and I'm like, I want to get involved with this. So that's how it started. And I started smoking. The first box of cigars I ever bought were a Perdomo squared. That was a box press cigar. Yeah, it was the first box I've ever bought. And it just progressed from there. I've been building my palate since, you know, over 20 years, I guess.
Okay. That's about like me. I've been doing it about 20 years now.
What's up, Bill?
Boy.
How's it going, brother?
Hey, Bill's in the house. Awesome. Adam Smith. Got some good people in the house tonight. This is awesome.
How do you see the people that are in?
They're in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't
On the
see that.
laptop. Yeah, I got a separate laptop that I have it on YouTube already. I'm watching it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you have to watch it on a separate thing to see the chat.
So you found these guys on Instagram.
Yeah.
And okay, so wait a minute. I want to talk about your company a little bit. So I looked up Amendola Cigars actually is sort of in a partnership with Gabby Caffey.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And how do you say it? Davtian?
Davtian. Yeah.
Davtian? Wow,
Yeah.
those are good looking cigars. I've never heard of them or seen them, but they're very Davidoff-ish.
It's funny you should say that because that's where the tobacco comes from.
Really?
It comes from the Kellner family.
Oh,
and,
nice.
From Monica Kellner. That's her tobacco. And Davtian cigars are featured in the World Smoking Championship in Europe. His cigars are featured. Yeah, he's big in Europe, really big in Europe. So trying to get him some exposure here in the States, but you know, with this whole flu started, you know, it put everything on hold. You know.
So how long has your business been in business?
The brokerage about a year and a half.
Oh, okay, you're pretty new then.
Yeah, it's already been a year and a half. I mean, it's been pedal to the metal since I started.
You're about the same as we are, about a year and a half already. Yeah, exactly a year and a half this month. Yeah, we've been doing this.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you guys were one of the first YouTube channels and stuff that I looked at, because you remember when I reached out to you guys, Mike Ortiz is the one that put this whole thing in motion, but I already knew about you guys. Yeah, and I was looking for a reviewer to do it, to send it to, and I was like, well, I already watched these guys, you know, so I kind of felt like I know you, even though I never met you, but you know, so. And then when Mike I'm like, I have to, you know what I mean? I have to do it with these guys.
Yeah, that's why whenever it was weird to me because I just I think I just tagged him and I was like, damn, look at these cigars. They look nice. They look delicious. And you just reached out to me like, hey, man, you guys are smoking lead and you're Cesar, you do the show with Robert. I'm like, oh, crap, he knows who we are.
Yeah.
I want to describe the flavors to the audience, but I am baffled. This is a really unique tasting cigar, and I'm picking up flavors that I don't think I've ever had in a cigar before. It's very
I felt the same way. It's hard to describe.
I'm surprised at how smooth it is. It's extremely smooth.
Wait till you get in the middle, and then it starts to change on you, and then you start to get that dark chocolate flavor. You get this blast of like dark chocolate.
That's what I get a lot is that chocolate, and it's not. To me, it's not dark chocolate. It's more like just plain, just chocolate.
It's almost like a creamy milk chocolate. It's absolutely. It's there, man. It's crazy.
How were they? Were they hydrated all right when you got them?
I didn't check. I don't have that.
Vic, did you check with your meter?
It was a little bit high. I'm actually having some problems with the burn a little bit because it was a little high.
I was afraid. I only had the big Bovitas. I didn't have any of the little ones left. I was afraid it was going to be over humidified.
Yeah, you know, I've got that other one that I'll do a review on here in a couple weeks or so, and I mean it tastes good and stuff. It's when I first took it out of the bag and stuff, I was feeling it and I was like, feels like it might be a little over humid, but I'd rather have that than be too dry, actually.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the thing is, I try to tell people, and I'm going to put it on the website. The cigar that these guys are Cuban cigar smokers. They're in Europe. They don't go by the 70-70. Cuban cigars are like sponges, and they swell up at 70.
Right.
Everyone over there keeps their stuff at 65 to 60. So
Okay.
I noticed these cigars, they don't do well at high humidity levels. Like when they get too squishy, they burn funny and they just don't perform well. They're better off at 65. 60, 62, 65, and they burn nice.
Yeah,
And
that's where I typically like my
nice
cigars
harmony.
to be.
A nice harmony right there. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, guys, do you have any questions? We'll answer some of the questions, you guys. If you have anything to ask.
Chaz Berglund says he's trying to decide if he should smoke a Crazy Monkey
Dude,
Absolutely.
tonight or
you
not.
got to go for it, man.
Fire it
I
up,
guess.
baby.
I think he just got some.
Yeah, maybe so. So how about what was it like approaching these guys and trying to get this cigar so that you could start distributing it here?
Well, talking through text was a little weird, but when we actually conversed, spoke to each other on the phone, the guys, they're just so cool. They're very laid back, and they were, I understand where they're coming from. It's their baby, it's their baby, and they want to make sure it's handled correctly, represented correctly. I mean, look, we're half a world away from these guys.
Yeah.
And they put it in my hands. So I told them, I said, listen, I'm just like you. I'm a laid back. I love cigars. Let's just take it one step at a time. And, after we spoke for hours, a couple hours here and there. And
Wow.
I guess they felt comfortable and said, all right, let's do it. And I was like, yeah, all right.
So do they distribute this over there, or is it just their own little brand?
Yeah, they distribute it over there.
Okay.
They have it in a couple cigar shops over there. I'm not sure exactly how many, but like when I get the cigars, when they come to me, on the bottom is the stamp with the price on it in Swiss francs.
Yeah.
Because it's from Europe, from Switzerland, So
Mhm.
the whole price, the whole money thing between us, it's a little different. I'm used to it because I have the partner in France that does the cigar knives, so I'm used to the
All
the
those
denomination. Yeah, but to tell you something, the dollar's a little weak, so it sucks right now.
Yeah, but that knife, man, I seen that knife. That is a really nice knife.
Beautiful.
That's that knife with the cutter on it, and then it turns into a stand.
Yep, flips over to a stand.
Yeah, that's
And,
pretty cool. I like how they
Cigar One. There's a lot of a lot of shops in Europe, like big time stores that carry his stuff. And the guy that does the leather for him, the leather pouches, and he does them for the ST DuPont lighters and for crocodile, ostrich, and everything. The guy that does it for him works for Hermes. You know what Hermes is?
Huh.
Hermes, like the Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
Hermes.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
you're
yes,
talking
yes.
like
I know what the brand you're
Hermes.
talking about. Yeah. Wow.
HERME. Yeah, so the guy who works with him part-time works at Hermes full-time, and that's what he does. He makes stuff out of exotic skins and crocodile, ostrich, stingray. The stuff is absolutely amazing, the stuff that he makes.
Now, those are handmade knives, am I correct?
Yep.
And what is
The blades are Damascus. Damascus
Okay.
Nice.
is the
Do
blade.
you know what type of steel it is on the blade?
So the base model is just a regular high carbon steel blade, and then the step up from there comes with the Damascus steel. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what number steel or what the ratios or anything are. I'm not quite sure. but I know they're razor sharp. They hold an edge forever. The bolsters are all solid stainless steel. They're made from billet, solid billet. The scales, the handles, he makes from like all types of exotic woods, whale molar, kangaroo bone. He has this one that's a blued kangaroo bone. It's really awesome looking. He's got some ivory that's legal ivory, authorized ivory.
Okay.
The whale molar is pretty cool because you see the little lines in it. But the woods are my favorite. The exotic woods, I love the woods.
I'm a knife guy myself, and I'm really big into bone and wood and leather. Oh, damn, that's a bone.
No. I swear, if that's not, I did that to myself.
That's a soundbite. That is a soundbite, my man.
Crap about me. Everyone stuff about me.
I just about died. That was hilarious.
And it's Vic the one that catches it, man.
I didn't catch it until he started laughing.
Quarantine in Texas.
Yeah, quarantine in Texas. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was funny.
Oh gosh. But yeah, I'm a big knife guy. Now, what is the price on these knives? Like your basic one. Say your basic model.
The base model starts out about $470.
Okay. Yeah,
you're getting a quality piece.
Yeah, anything that's good and high quality, you're going to pay for, and it will show in the build. I mean, I'm very much into custom made knives. I've got several custom made knives, and you can tell the quality as soon as you hold them. It's just totally different.
We did a dry carbon. I like the dry carbon too. They do a dry carbon, which is really cool. We did a dry carbon for a retired NFL player. It was almost $4,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So
Holy
they get
cow.
up there. They get up there in price depending on what materials you use. Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, I do not remember the last time a cigar made the room note on a cigar made an impression on me. I don't normally. It's just like, okay, whatever. This has a very unique room note, and
the aroma is awesome.
The room note mixes with the gosh, it's like a creamy milk chocolate and some kind of baking spice or something. It is really interesting.
It's something that we're not used to in America.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're right about that.
And it's not as smooth as it is. It still has some good fullness to it and stuff.
That's what I tell people. They ask me, is it a full cigar? I tell them it's a full flavored cigar, but the body is like a medium.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how I explain it.
I agree.
Yeah, and the last time I smoked a cigar this smooth that I was able to retrohale was Steve Saka made a cigar called Don Durma. It was a limited edition cigar.
Yeah,
that's the last. Huh?
I'm sorry. Stephen Finley was like, Cesar and Robert aren't social distancing.
I was joking.
You guys are in the green now, though, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we are in the green. We're like stage 4. I don't know. The stages went away whenever the riots and all that started. So isn't
that funny? How that works, right?
Yeah.
That'll be the next thing. We got to close everything back up because the rioters spread the flu all over the place.
Oh, dude, there's already things. The next day they're already saying
talking about it. Yeah,
I caught it. I'm like, what they do after they rioted? They went straight to the hospital and got checked. What?
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, the murder hornets got them and spreading it around.
Yeah, it's all a scam, man.
And the murder hornet. That's awesome. So, how are you doing with these other brands and stuff? Are you getting them like into shops in your area and stuff, or?
Yeah, New Jersey, Delaware is my territory. So
my boy Adam Stevens, he's in the house. Adam, you got to go find some of these other cigars because they look amazing, man. The Jazz, what is it? Jazz Sum
Just some craw. Just some craw. Yeah. There's a lot of guys online have them too. Sir Lewis Cigars, if you guys are familiar with him, he picked up the line. He does a lot of fivers and sample packs, so you don't have to buy full boxes of it. But PA is we got to get Jazz Some Crawl. There's a couple of big retailers in PA that have it. Famous Smoke Shop's got it. Cigars International has it. Nick Engine out in Harrisburg, he's got a big beard cigar store. He carries it. So Vince, B&B Cigars in Philly, Vince, he has them. He was one of the first guys in Pennsylvania to have the cigar. He does very well with them. The funny thing is, Riste is the guy who owns the brand for Jazz Some Crawl. And he started out his brand. The first cigar was the Red Knight, and he started out with direct to consumer first, just like we're doing with the Crazy Monkey. So to give you an idea, I see how successful Jazz Some Crawl became, and I'm taking that model and trying to imitate it because he started off with just online, social media, and it blew up. And then when I had my cigar shop, I emailed him and reached out to him and said, I would like to open a wholesale account. He's like, nah, we don't do wholesale. If you want the cigar, you're going to pay full retail and put it in your shop and mark it up at a premium. And people were actually doing that.
Wow.
They were doing that. Yeah. So and it just goes to show you, if you got a good product, the people they'll find it. They'll find it.
Well, so how did you come to decide on the brands that you're associated with, aside from all the other brands out there?
First off, if I'm going to rep a cigar, I have to like it. I'm not going to sell something and blow smoke in your face and tell you how good it is when I don't even smoke it.
Yeah.
So I went after Jazz Some Crawl because I knew he was just getting into the retail market, and he's out in Indiana. So there was really no, not too much exposure retail wise out on the East Coast. So he flew over to Pennsylvania. We met up at Famous Cigar Shop one day up in Easton, Pennsylvania, and we sat down, chopped it up, talked shop a little bit. Great guy, super cool dude. And he went back to Indiana, and he said to me, all right, you got Pennsylvania. I said, okay.
Wow.
And then, so once I got with Jazz Some Crawl, it was easier for me to go after the other brands that I wanted. It was easier. Davtian, it was kind of a similar story with Crazy Monkey. I saw the cigars, and I looked, and I'm like, these are really good-looking cigars. I got to smoke them. I couldn't find them anywhere because they weren't here. They were in New York. So David Davtian, he lives in Florida. I reached out to him. He got back to me. He was in Virginia. He drove up to PA to meet me. We sat down. I smoked the cigars, and he's like, gave me a couple boxes of different stuff and told me to take them home because I told him I'll rep the brand if I like the cigars. So I smoked a couple of cigars there, and he's like, go home, think about it, and let me know. And I was like, David, I'll tell you right now, I would love to do it. These cigars are phenomenal. Like, I don't need to think about it. I know a good cigar when I see it. So, and that's how it started off with Davtian. And then Antigua Esteli, I saw his cigars. I'm like, these are really good looking cigars. I reached out to him. I didn't hear anything back from him. I reached out, a couple months goes by. All of a sudden, he gets number 12 cigar in Cigar Journal. His cigar, the Segovia Maduro Toro.
What brand was this now?
Antigua Esteli.
Oh, the Antigua. Okay, yeah.
Yes. His cigar got number 12 of the year for Cigar Journal. So I was like, son of a bitch. I knew that was a damn good cigar, you know. I guess I missed the boat, you know. And then all of a sudden I get a message from him, and he's like, you know, you've been reaching out to me before I even won that award. He said, so I'm going to give you Pennsylvania. You can take the cigar and run with it. You know, and then the flu hit. The flu hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Jeff Amendola. You know, I've known him through social media, talking. I carried his cigar in my store. I know Gabby Caffey's got great cigars, a good Honduran, solid cigar. You know, so that was easy for me to approach Jeff and say, hey, listen, let me rep your cigars in Pennsylvania, you know? And, you know, of course, right before the flu hit. So I'm anxious to get back out there because everyone that I wanted to have these cigars and sample them and smoke them, you know, they're like, I want the cigar, but they're not ready to bring anything in yet because they're not even open. You know, nobody's buying anything yet. So yeah. I'm really, really anxious to get back out there and start selling these cigars.
So has this whole thing, I'm assuming it's affected you from a business perspective quite a bit?
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, it has. It hurts. It stings. You know, being an independent guy, you know, it's, you know, I don't have, there's no payroll, so I don't get no PPE or fancy packages relief or anything. But Crazy Monkey started right before the flu stuff started. So Crazy Monkey is what really helped me get through this time. I'll be honest with you. You know, really did. It was like a godsend, those guys, I'll be honest with you. It helped me out tremendously.
There you go.
I'm telling you right now, there's absolutely nothing in my humidor that tastes like this. And it's not that this one is so much better than the others or they're better than this or anything. It's just a completely unique and different cigar. And I don't have anything in my humidor that tastes like this.
Yeah, it's a good experience. It really is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy, it's really interesting smoke.
Hey, how's it going, Preacher?
Preacher's in the house. Love that guy's videos, man.
How many people are on?
Well, we dropped a little bit. Right now we're at 21, but it fluctuates.
Fluctuate. Yeah, I put it out to a bunch of my customers that bought Crazy Monkey. Told them that I'd be on tonight talking.
Yeah, this is only episode 6 of our show. We've been going. We do it every 2 weeks, and this is episode 6. So we're actually off to a pretty good start, and
nice.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Nice. And now, can people go and watch this episode later?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the views will go up, just like when Robert and Cesar, when you guys reviewed Crazy Monkey. I think that's up to like 300 views now, isn't it? Over 300 views?
It's around there, yeah.
Yeah.
And it keeps going up. I keep seeing people keep looking at him.
It's because he just watches it over and over.
Well, if this follows suit with the other triple cap videos, we'll be at 200 within less than a week.
Nice. Nice.
And it'll go up from there.
Good deal.
That's
the
awesome.
triple cap show's been doing pretty good for as new as it is.
That's awesome.
Now, ever since you started it here, what have you heard from the guys in Switzerland? I mean, what kind of feedback are you getting coming from the United States? Like, as far as like how much you're selling, are you doing really well? I mean, I know you said that they're happy, but what kind of feedback are you getting?
It's if they're not happy, they sure aren't showing it or talking about it. Every time I talk to them, they're happy. They send me pictures, hugging and high-fiving me and stuff. So, I mean, I think they're happy with the growth because I think they were afraid they didn't. And I understood this. They didn't want it to explode too fast. and then us not be able to meet the demand.
Yeah,
You
Zen,
know
that's
what
what
I
I was
mean?
asking Nesk about the demand. If they were going to be able to meet it once it gets to where it's too popular, to where they can't, meet the demand.
Right.
And if have they even told you, hey man, slow it down a little bit, or are you doing, what's going on?
No, they actually just brought in another 300 boxes.
Wow.
So they're like, go ahead, full force, go for it. So I know things are a little difficult in Nicaragua right now. So we'll see how things go in the next couple months. But I know the factory knows about the United States, and I'm sure they're amping up their production a little bit. But we don't want them to amp it up to the point that there's quality issues. You know what I mean?
Right.
We want to keep
Right.
it right where. Yeah, we keep it right where it's at.
Yeah.
I love that flat triple cap on that cigar. That broad shoulder, that flat triple cap. I love it. That's like European. That's what they're used to. That's a Cuban cigar, That flat triple cap.
Mm.
Yeah, when I took it out, I mean, I've seen the pictures and stuff, and it looks like a big cigar, but when you're holding it in your hand, it's like, wow, this is a monster cigar, and it
Right?
looks beautiful. The wrapper is gorgeous on it. I really love the simplicity of this band. It's so
That's
simple.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Not going to come
Now,
in there, but
on the band, was it beveled the first time you sent it, or they changed the band where it's beveled now, the monkey?
No, that's same band.
Oh, okay.
It's all the same. They designed that. That's their logo. That's their baby. It's been the same, and a lot of people love it. They love that logo.
Yeah, I love it. It's nice.
Simple but better.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the bands are just way too busy, and it's like, I'd rather you save the money on the band and let me spend $1 less on the cigar. That's the way I look at it sometimes.
yeah, exactly.
Now, is there any talk on maybe other sizes of the cigar?
Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, they did a couple different sizes that were already available over in Switzerland for their little local shops, stuff. I would love to smoke this cigar in like a Lancero, like a pigtail Lancero,
Oh, that'd be
talisman. Yeah. So after the world opens back up, I'd like to get down to Nicaragua. I'd like to go down to the factory. I'd like to meet them there, because I've never met them personally. And I'd like to get into the factory and see what we can do. I'd really love to do that.
Yeah, you said torpedo. That's what I would like to
try it in the torpedo.
Torpedo, I think, would be really nice on this.
They call it in Europe a pyramid.
Yeah, pyramid.
Yeah.
Pyramide.
I like this size, although I'd like to go down to a 54. I think a 54 by 5.5 would be pretty sweet.
My favorite's a 6x52 or 6x54. That's my favorite. A Toro. A Toro is my favorite. My favorite.
That's my favorite.
But I'll tell you something. If there's ever a cigar that they made a nub tool for, this one is it.
Oh yeah.
You smoke this all the way down. Yeah, you smoke it all the way down to the cap, and it's the same. It's still a great cigar. A lot of cigars, they start to get bitter towards the end. This cigar, you can't get enough of it. It's just like you want to burn your fingers.
Yeah, that's why I carried my. As soon as I knew what I was smoking, I was like, I know I'm gonna need the nut tool.
I lost
some cigar problem.
Yeah, we don't have Kevin's cigar prop in the house tonight.
He was in here earlier.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah. He probably still is. He's probably listening.
Yeah, he's got like 30 monitors. He just watches different things.
He sits back in his chair with speakers like a gamer chair, and there's just monitors everywhere. And he's just controlling everything, and he's just like, that's how he rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that movie? Was it Grandma's Boy? The gamer.
I have not.
It's a good movie.
Do you know how? Do you know anything about how they came to this size? Was this the first size that they really put out and stuff? And how did they come to a decision on this size?
I'm not really sure. to be honest with you.
Okay.
I was, so they call it a big Robusto, this 5x58 format.
Yep.
And that's the size that they sent me when I sampled it. And I know that's their main size that they produce the most of. I know the other sizes. Now I know that there were other sizes and they do other sizes, but specifically for Switzerland. I was just so happy to get the cigar. I didn't care what size it was. I didn't care right now. I was just happy to get it. And so eventually I'm sure we'll get into something a little different. Slow roll it. People will get, it's kind of, I look at it like this, okay? So phase one, we're bringing in the cigar and it's a 5x58, and then all these people that are buying the cigar now, they're going to start trying other stuff, everyone likes to smoke new stuff, it's not like, so when we do introduce another Vitola, it'll almost be like starting all over again. We get all that repeat customer business back, and some new ones. So it's constantly like reinventing the wheel, if you will,
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm happy with just the one size right now, and then we'll start introducing new sizes as need be. I'm looking at it as a business point of view. You know what I mean? Like that's how I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah.
So on their website, they have a box of cigars that looks to be about a Toro size, and they're alternating black and white, black and white, black and white. Is that this same cigar, or is it a different? It says custom cigars on the.
Yeah, I think that's something that they did for somebody over in Switzerland.
Okay.
I don't know if it was for a wedding or a meeting or something, but they'll do custom stuff for people over there.
It's kind of a bummer, man. There's no information. The website has nothing. A little bit of about us, and that's about it, man.
Yeah. And the guys, they're very private. They don't want a lot of information out there. So,
Okay.
Hey,
Well, I mean that's understandable.
yeah. I mean, they have their own professions. This was just a hobby, I guess, maybe more than a hobby, a passion. It's a passion of theirs, something they wanted to try. It's not their 9 to 5.
Right.
They're professional guys. They have regular 9 to 5 jobs.
Now, do we still have that 10% discount if they mention smoking lead?
Yeah, mention smoking lead. When they message me, and tell Vic the same thing, his people, to mention high desert, they'll get 10% off.
Sweet. So there's a lot of people saying they're going to order some, and I've seen a lot of comments they're going to try it out and want to order some. So
wait a minute.
Let you guys know you get a 10% discount if you mention high desert man or smoking lead.
So
or triple cap.
Or triple cap.
So that's 10% off the box price. You said the box price was $180.
Yep.
So that's a 14% savings over the individual cigar already, and then they get 10% on top of that. That's essentially 24% savings on a box of cigars. It's another $18 off that. That's $18. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you also sell 5-packs, am I correct?
Listen, I've sold one single cigars. I've had people want to try one cigar, and I send it to them, and then they'll call back, and then they buy a box or two after they smoke it. Because I don't care. I'll send you a stick. You want to pay the $16 in the shipping? No problem. I know you're going to buy a box after you smoke it.
Yeah, and that's how you know you got a good cigar there if you do something like that, because they're going to come back and want some more. I mean, when we finished the review, we looked at each other and we're like, what the hell did we just smoke?
I almost cried.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I've never had something like that. We could not believe what we had just smoked after we had stopped doing the review.
So customer retention is pretty hard in any business. It's easy to get people to try your product, but getting them to stick around, it's hard. And I've learned that in the pizza business. That But I'll tell you something, 85% of the people that bought Crazy Monkeys are continuously ordering them. 85%.
So
That's pretty darn good.
Preacher, I'm going to put a comment in the. I'm going to comment right now. You look for this guy on Instagram
Or Facebook.
Or Facebook.
This is Jeffrey. It's the guy we're talking to. You reach out to him on Facebook or Instagram. Mention our show or the Smoking Lead channel or High Desert Man. You'll get 10% off. And he'll just send you an email or whatever, and you guys can.
Yep.
Now, how are you charging people? Just through PayPal or something, or?
So what I do is when they message me and they tell me what they want, I get their email, and then I'll email them an invoice. Then in the invoice, we'll have all the particulars. They'll check it out, make sure it's everything they want, the price is right, and then there's a payment portal right in the email, and it could go through PayPal,
Okay.
Venmo, or debit, credit, whatever, and then they pay it, and then I get the email back that it was paid, and then we ship them out. And then when we ship them, they'll get continuous emails as the package travels along the UPS system all the way to when it gets delivered to their door. So they'll know as their cigars are getting close to them.
All right, I'm going to put this up on the screen
There you go.
right now.
Now that the sun is down, we can open the doors.
Yeah, get some more airflow.
Nice, boy. It is really interesting. It is.
So what are you getting so far, Vic?
He's holding that for the review.
Oh, that's true.
Well, the review. Actually, I'm really glad I held off on smoking that. I wanted to smoke one today before the show, and I thought, no, I want to do a proper review on this. So, it may even be different because this one is a little bit over humidified, but I'm getting, no joke, I am still getting that amaretto. If you've ever had amaretto, it's an interesting. It's somewhere between. Amaretto is made with cinnamon, but it's a creamy cinnamon sort of flavor, and it doesn't taste like milk chocolate, but there's something there that's reminding me of like creamy milk chocolate.
Yeah, that creaminess.
It's really interesting, and it's so smooth. I mean, right off the light, as soon as I lit it, I could retrohale it with no bite in the nose or anything. So I'm not getting any pepper or anything, but there is a spiciness there that's like a baking spice or something.
The spiciness for me is that cinnamon.
Okay.
Yeah, like an allspice.
Yeah. It's an interesting flavor for sure.
Yeah, very.
I can't wait to smoke this in the fall. The aroma, it's going to probably change a little bit with the cooler, crisp weather. You know. Yeah. You ever notice some cigars you enjoy more in the colder weather than you do?
Absolutely.
So I'm anxious to see how the cigar is like in fall and the nice crisp. At least we're out in Arizona. I'm not sure. It's probably always hot there, right?
Well, actually, I'm in central Arizona, so I get seasons. I actually get snow in the wintertime and stuff. So it's
cool.
But I'm 3 hours northeast of Phoenix.
Okay. I mean, but could you imagine sitting in your man cave, whatever, with the fire crackling and the aroma from the hardwoods, smoking this cigar with your favorite beverage? I just can't. I just look forward to that. I think
amazing.
that's going to be awesome. Yeah.
For sure.
No.
I just thought of something. So 2 days ago, I smoked an Aganorsa leaf, Connecticut, and I'm a big Aganorsa fan, but I'm not a very big Connecticut fan. I don't typically like Connecticut's, but that Aganorsa Connecticut had a great creaminess, a sweetness, and it was really mild. Totally different flavors than this, but the experience is very similar. The creaminess, the mild, the mellowness and stuff. It's reminding me of that.
Yeah. There's a lot of good Connecticut cigars out there. I was never a big Connecticut fan, but this new generation of Connecticut cigars.
Sure.
I'm enjoying them. Cesar and Rob, his tyrannical buck comes in a broadleaf Maduro and a Connecticut, the Connie. And I'll tell you something, that it's not your father's Connecticut, it's not your grandfather's Connecticut. This cigar, it's real. I love it. It's great. Great cigar. Jeff Amendola, he makes some really nice Connecticut cigars too.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. His Connecticut's are great.
So I looked up Jocelyn Crawl, and there's 2 places in Phoenix that carry them, and I think I found the Davtian at Scallywag Cigars. Scallywag Cigars carries one or the other. I can't remember.
Scallywag. I think they still have Davtian. There was so Davtian was okay. Davtian was there was 4 guys, and there was a partner split.
Okay.
So there was a little void there for a little bit. So now Davtian is just one guy, David Davtian, and the other guys went and they started a cigar called Dav Cigar, DAV. Okay. Same looking label. It like mimics the Davtian cigar. So be careful. You might see the Dav cigar and think it's Davtian, because I've almost made that mistake.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
Unless it says Davtian completely, then you know that's the good stuff.
Aren't they going to have some kind of legal issue with that? Having something that's so close to.
Well, let's just put it this way. The one side is going to run out of inventory soon. So when they run out of inventory, there's not going to be any more.
Huh.
And it's not my side.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, the Davtian, their bands are different than Davidoff cigar bands, but somehow they almost look like the same designer designed both bands.
Yep.
It's really interesting, and they really look like nice cigars.
The Vitolas too are very similar in their sizes. If you look at their Vitolas, and I tell people the Davtian cigar is not a cigar that you want to you don't want to power through it. Okay. It's the type of cigar you sit back, you enjoy, and you take a journey with it, and you milk it, and you'll get excellent flavors out of that cigar. If you power through that cigar, you're going to miss it. You got to take your time with it.
Right.
That's what I say about this one. You got to sit back and enjoy it, but it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm powering through this sucker like no other.
It's so good you can't stop it. You got to go, okay, I got to slow down.
I put it down so many times, but I'm like, I'm
hotboxing the cigar. I need to slow down and enjoy.
You can smoke this cigar for an hour and 40 minutes. This 5x58, if you really wanted to take your time and enjoy. Because I've been smoking this for an hour now, and I'm on the last third. And the last third, it's a long finish. It takes a while to get through that last third. But you can get an easy hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes out of the cigar.
Hey, give me just a sec. I'm going to grab a water, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. No problem.
Let's see. What comments we got?
Now, are you planning? Are you working on trying to get those knives into your website as well, or?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to get them. I'm going to have them in there too. Yep.
I really want to get my hands on one of those knives.
You realize when the website comes up, we're going to be in trouble. You do realize that?
I know.
Okay. I'm just
and I'll tell you what's really cool about the knives too. He has a laser engraving machine, so you can get a custom laser on the bolster at no extra charge.
Oh, nice!
That's awesome.
You can have your initials or your logo, whatever you want, on the bolsters.
Wow,
Jeffrey,
I'm gonna get a picture of Cesar.
Have you ever tried Topo Chico water?
Thanks.
Amazing.
Thanks, Vic. I know what you're doing.
This is Cesar's favorite water. He loves it, and he turned me on to it. It's amazing stuff.
I cannot
have to try it.
I hate
love
that
it.
stuff, dude. I hate that stuff.
It is great. It is amazing. Which one is that one?
Twist of lime.
All
Twist
right.
of lime.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this is why I hate it. I'm gonna tell you straight up why I hate this. I used to drink it. One day I was in Mexico. I went to go visit some family, and I went and stopped at a little taco stand that they have out there in the streets in Mexico, and it's usually around. They open up around, say, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, and they go up to like 2 or 3, 4 in the morning. And people will hang out and it's called a plaza, which is it's basically a small park where everybody hangs out at night. And I was out there and I was drinking the Topo Chico and I was eating a bunch of tacos, those street tacos. Everything was fine. I went to go to sleep and I woke up and just threw up everywhere. I mean, I ran to the restroom and for some weird reason, my grandma happened to be, I can't believe I'm saying this story because nobody knows this, man. For real, like, right before I threw up, I took off to the restroom. My grandma, it's 3 in the morning, happened to be in the restroom, and I try to open the door real quick to get to the toilet as fast as possible. Well, the door's locked, so I slammed my face right into the door, and I just threw up all over myself, all over the door.
Oh my god!
And you sure it was because of the
dude,
not because of the taco?
Well, it might have been a taco, it might have been a drink, but that's all I tasted was the drink. So every time I smell that, I can't. It reminds me of
it. Really is a good water, but he's got a bad experience with it. So I always I razz him about it all the time.
Well, see, and like Ron says, it's very good to clean your palate.
It is. I'm sure it is. My cousin, he always tells me, dude, I love smoking cigars, drinking a Topo Chico, and I'm like, dude, I wish I could drink that again. I just the smell of it makes me want to vomit because of that night. It's something I can never take away.
There's 3 of them that they have. They have the original, or that I've seen.
And it was the original one that I drank. It was just the original.
See, the original's all right. I like the lime, and they have a mango one as well.
Cesar, I'm telling you, I like this so much that I filled my toilet tank with it so I could use it in my bidet. It's all bubbly.
Oh man,
That's funny.
So there, I said a story
I've never
that
heard of that.
nobody knows. The only person that's ever heard that story is probably my wife, and my sister was there, and my mother. That's it, and my grandma.
And your grandma, poor grandma.
Yeah, because she had to come out. She had to come out afterwards. And
Yeah, she came out because she was wondering what was going on. So she came out,
the door.
and I, if I can remember correctly, I think I also vomited on her when she opened the door.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
when I was going. I was full force exorcist.
oh man!
So it was projectile.
Oh yeah, There was
Projectile.
tacos. It had cilantro and everything.
Oh. Is that water carbonated?
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
it's kind of like a Pellegrino or something, but they have flavors, and I love the flavor of it. It's got a unique flavor that's it's just really good.
Cool.
Rick wants to know where you can get them. You can go to the gas station and get them here.
Either that, or if you go to like a meat market, a Mexican meat market, they always have them there.
Mexican meat market. So the guy who loves wood and bone is talking about the Mexican meat market.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Cesar. I don't know what's going on tonight, man.
Right.
Oh man, I'm getting down to the end, man.
Crazy
I tell you.
monkeys make you do crazy things.
So what's on the horizon for you, man? You're brand new, and this whole freaking COVID thing set you back a couple months and stuff. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this: are you, by any chance, are you going to be at Cigar Fest in October if they still do it? Right now it's on, but
So, oh yeah, I'll be there.
I'm going to be there, bro. We got to meet up.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
Nice. That'll be awesome. We'll do some
I'm not gonna be there in my professional.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there as a consumer. You know, I have some brand owners to meet with. I mean, yeah, I guess I will be there in type of business capacity, but it's gonna be mostly to mingle with a lot of people that I haven't got a chance to meet yet. And now because of all the trade shows being canceled, Intertopac is canceled now. I was supposed to go there this year because, you know, Davtin's big European guy, Jassim Kroll, they're in like 17 countries. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and, you know, doing that stuff. But I would love to meet up with you. You know, it's already like an hour and a half from me. Actually, famous is right up there. Famous cigar shop's right up there.
Yeah. Famous and of course the Cigars International, the Big Harris program.
So curious, is there going to be a Crazy Monkey 2.0?
I don't know.
No.
You don't know what 2.0 means? Like a part 2 of Crazy Monkey.
Oh yeah.
We don't need a part 2, man.
I'm just saying. I'm curious if there's other things in the future. I mean, I'm pretty sure the future is open, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be up to the guys in Switzerland. They get the first say in what happens. But hey, anything's possible, you know.
Yeah. The cigar I'm really interested in trying out is that Veritas. That is
and the what?
The Veritas.
Oh, the Veritas.
Veritas. That's how you say it.
Yeah. Say it a white way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get fancy.
I was pretty.
No, it's not.
I was pretty amped up when I talked to Chris Weber. He's the brand owner of Veritas, and
Chris Weber, the basketball player?
No. When he told me that he acquired the factory that Black Label Trading, you know, Black Label Cigars.
Okay, right.
Yeah. They moved to a bigger factory, and he acquired their old factory. I was like, well, that's a good start. You know, that's a good start. So, you know, and unfortunately, this whole flu thing started and knocked everything out of whack. But hey, I mean, there's nothing we could do about it. It is what it is, and only the strong survive. You know, you just gotta keep pushing forward.
Back in there.
Yeah, everything's starting to get back to normal again.
I think it'll get there fast. I think we'll get there fast. It's not going to be 10 years. It's going to get there fast. You know?
Yeah, here in Texas, they're talking about. I think today they've opened up the theme parks and stuff like that. So.
Oh, really?
That's good.
I tried to get a freaking phone yesterday, and.
Well, yeah, if you still go into a store and things like that, there's certain stores that are still like you gotta wear a mask, and it's like
I'm about to wear a mask. Phone sauce. Yeah.
We're like that here in Pennsylvania. You have to wear a mask if the store's even open. Nothing's really open yet. We just got word today that restaurants are allowed to have outdoor dining.
Wow.
It's the hair. Like I still can't get a haircut. They're closed.
Wow.
Yeah. Cigar shops. They're starting to open up, but no lounge. There's no lounges.
Wow.
If you come in, you got to have a mask on. You know, crazy.
Yeah. Our shops were open the whole time. Now, as far as a lounge, they were closed, but we hung out last weekend on my birthday. No, not on my birthday, but last weekend we were at a lounge and hung out and smoked, and then from there we went to a Chinese buffet and ate there. Things like that. So things are open to like it's almost like back to normal almost here in Texas. Well, at least
Texas moved on it.
Yeah. Well, this thing's scared of living.
Okay, this thing has transitioned. I'm getting another flavor now. I have no idea what it is, but it's right in line with the other flavors I'm getting. It's a different sweetness. Maybe like a sweet grass or something. I can't tell, but it's transitioned into something else now. This is an interesting stick. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, it's pretty complex. It's an easy smoke, but it's complex if you have a pretty mature palate. You know, it's an very enjoyable smoke.
Oh yeah, very enjoyable.
I'm digging it. What I'll do is when I get ready to review the other one, I'm going to dry box it, and I've got a I don't know if you've heard of these guys, Cigar Medics humidimeter.
Yeah, I got to get one.
Yeah, these things are awesome. So I'll check it. I'll dry box it and check it and make sure I'm down around 65, 63%, and I'll do the review on it then.
That Cigar Medics tool, do you find it pretty accurate?
Well, I guess
it's hard to tell. You have nothing to compare it to. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is you can't use. Okay, so whatever your hygrometer is within your humidor, whether it's a digital sensor of some kind or whatever, you can't use that as a reference point because I did a video about a half a year ago or something. I took a box of cigars that a buddy of mine in California owns a company that does tactical gear for like AR-15s and stuff like that.
Nice.
And he served in Iraq in 2009. And back in the day, around that time, there was I'm spaced. Every time I get on camera, I forget people's names. But there was a big cigar manufacturer. He still manufactures. The old man passed away. His son is continuing the brand. They've been around forever. They were really big in the late 90s and through the mid 2000s and stuff. And his whole company or whatever, they each received a box of cigars, and they were called Navy SEAL cigars, and they were made by this company. Well, he didn't smoke, so when he got back home from Iraq, he just put the box in his garage and left it there for 10 years.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then he and I met at a show. He said, "Hey, do you want these cigars? I don't smoke or anything." And I was like, "Well, if nothing else, they'll be a cool novelty item to hold on to, you know."
Right.
And the box was cellophane wrapped. Each cigar was cellophane wrapped. I opened the box. They were absolutely gorgeous. They looked perfect, but they were super, super dry and brittle and stuff. It took me, I rehumidified a couple of the cigars. I wanted to smoke one and just see what do they taste like after that long.
Right.
It took me about 6 months to bring that cigar up to 60%. It was it was in the 30s when I first got it.
Wow.
I stored it in I worked it up, but for the bulk of that time, I stored it in a humidor that runs at about 73% all the time.
Right.
And after that 6 months using this, I was only able to get it up to about 61% relative humidity. Now, I think it was very accurate, but just based on my experience with cigars and everything, I think it was really accurate. So it will teach you a lot about how long it takes. Like, the thing I always say is a lot of cigars that I get through mail order, because I'm in Arizona and stuff, a lot of stuff that I get ends up being in like the low 50s.
Yeah.
And I usually have to leave it in my humidor for several months before they're ready to smoke.
Yeah.
And I know from using this thing.
Yeah, I know. I was really pleased to see the price on that too. It's not expensive at all.
Oh, it's a great price. It's a must-have. At that price, it's a must-have.
It was what, $29.99, right? $30.
Yep.
Yeah. See, I want to get it. Obviously, I love my cigars and want to keep them right. But when I get to cigars from Switzerland, cigars go through a sick period when they travel far. Okay, so these, in the beginning, the first couple runs, I was getting cigars that were just shipped from Nicaragua to Switzerland, and then Switzerland to me. So you can imagine what they went through up in the airplane, in the belly, the hot, the cold, the freezing, the air, the pressure. And I wish I had cigar medics, so I didn't want to send them out until I thought that they were. Because look, you could tell people till you're blue in the face, don't smoke the cigar. Put it in your humidor for a week. Yeah, right. When you smell that cigar, you want to smoke it now. You know what I mean? So I need to get some cigar medics. So I make sure I know I'm sending out cigars that are ready to smoke. You know, and I think that's an awesome tool. I was really happy when I saw I got to order one of them.
Yeah, I think so. The kind of the inside joke when I learned about this tool from Kevin over at Cigar Prop, and I was really I was really on the fence. I thought there's no reason for a tool like this and stuff. So they sent me one. And I started playing with it, and I kind of went crazy. I started checking all my cigars and really going through stuff. And I thought, okay, for $30, how can you not have this tool? This is an amazing tool.
Yeah. It's crazy because Diggins brought it over here once.
That's the only time we used
whenever
it.
he did a review. Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing as Vic. I was like, why would I want to have that? Like, you know, if I've never used it, why would I want to have it? And whenever he brought it and I was using it, I was like, man, this is a pretty cool tool, man. Maybe I should get my hands on one of them. In fact, like today, I went to my cigar lounge and they just happened to my cigar shop and they happen to have the perfect draw. I don't know if you guys
picked up the perfect draw?
And I don't know if you heard of the perfect draw, but this thing here, if your cigar is tight, you know, you can just plug it out with this tool here, and it'll clean up clear up your cigar to where you can actually draw it a lot better. And I'm gonna try it out, and I'm gonna do a review on it pretty soon, hopefully when I get a chance to use it. But I think that's another tool that, just like that one, everybody should have.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Kevin Corbleys, let me tell you about the cigar a little bit since you weren't here. The two guys that produce this cigar are really kind of hush hush about the blend and everything. So its origin is Nicaragua, but it is not a Nicaraguan puro. We don't know. Well, Jeffrey does, but he can't talk about anything about the blend or the wrapper or anything. So we really don't know anything about it. It's really unique. I mean, I personally don't have anything in my humidor that tastes like this cigar. It's very creamy. It's very smooth right from the light. And you know, typically when you first light a cigar, you're going to get a punch of pepper and spice in the nose and stuff through the retrohale. This thing's very smooth through the nose right from the light. And I don't know how to describe the flavors, but there's a sweetness there. There's something that reminds me of amaretto creamer, if you know what amaretto tastes like. And there's also a creamy milk chocolate note to it.
To me, it's always been real chocolatey and creamy to me. I seen Christina mention something like Mexican chocolate. Yeah, almost like Mexican chocolate, but not.
It's milder than that, though.
Yeah, it's milder than that because there's really no spice at all.
See, I'm on the opposite side. I get the rum shot, the cinnamon with the coffee.
Yeah.
Hold on, what did you say? What kind of chocolate did you say?
No chocolate.
Oh, you don't get the chocolate.
No, I get rum chata.
Oh, rum chocolate. Okay, I thought you said rum chocolate. I don't drink, but I've smelled rum before, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see rum being associated with this. That's an interesting.
Not too many cigars I can nub down to that much.
Yeah.
I don't want it to end.
Oh my gosh!
I'm almost in the ash.
So what is rum chata?
I don't know how to describe it. Honestly,
I've never had it, so I don't know, bro.
Actually, now that you say that, is it anything like horchata?
No.
Okay,
No.
this kind of reminds me of a horchata drink.
I can see that with the cinnamon and the creaminess.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Remember, these guys they're from Switzerland, so their chocolate, their desserts are very decadent compared to our stuff over here.
Sure.
So when they were blending it, I'm sure they were going for that creaminess. You know?
I would almost say that if you were to describe a cigar as decadent, this would be a good candidate for that. That's it's just a really interesting smoke. Don't smoke the nub tool. Adam Smith Stevens says don't smoke the nub tool. I don't even know how you're still smoking that thing, dude.
The perfect draw. I'm sure you guys have heard of the perfect draw already, and it's been out for a good while. And it was, I think, it says they had the cigar trophy best accessory in 2018, and man, I don't think I've ever seen a tool like that. So I had to get it. Sometimes a cigar like this, let's say it's really tight, and you spend $15 or $10, and it's super tight, you can't smoke it, and it kind of sucks. That tool right there will fix the problem, and you will enjoy your cigar, your $15, $20 cigar.
Yeah, absolutely. So have you guys thought about how we could do the giveaways?
Well, you hadn't mentioned the giveaway to me yet, so I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't know much about it. I mean, Cesar told me about it, so
this is what I was thinking. So I'm going to give away a hat, Crazy Monkey hat.
Yeah, thank you for not giving me one of those. I wanted one of those.
I'm very limited. I got more coming. When
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
I'll send you guys out some. So I want to give away a hat. I want to give away the cigar stand. Have you guys seen the Crazy Monkey cigar stand?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's an actual statue.
Really?
It's an actual statue. It's ceramic.
Oh, ceramic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw that on their
you
website.
see on the picture. Yeah, on the pictures.
Yeah.
So I want to give one of them away. So what I'm going to do is the first person that orders that mentions Triple Cap will get the hat or the stand. The first person that orders and mentions Smoking Lead will get stuff, either whatever's left between the hat and the stand. So the first guy who mentions the show tonight, we'll get his choice to pick. So whoever messages me first on Instagram, if there's a problem and it gets too close to someone messages me the same time on Facebook as they do on Instagram, it's fine. They'll both get what they want. And then we'll go down from there. They'll get the cigar holder for the second or third person. And then a couple guys after that, they'll get free sticks and stickers. So all they have to do is mention the shows, Triple Cat, High Desert Man, or Smoking Lead in the message when they order. They'll get their 10% off and they'll get free swag.
Okay, so now let's make sure we understand the rules. Do they have to order a single cigar, a 5-pack, or a box?
Whatever they want. Whatever they want.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Guys, how can you beat that?
Whatever they want.
I'm going to go on and order right now so that I get the hat.
I got people. Adam just messaged me now. I want a box. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets something, at least stickers or something. They'll all get stuff. But the first couple ones will get the hat and stuff.
Yeah, let me grab the sticker. I have a locker.
I put mine.
I have a locker that I put all my. Oh, there you go. It's a cool. Move it down. There you go. So I already put it on my locker. It's adorned with hundreds of stickers already, and you gave me 2, so I've got the other one that I'll put somewhere. But yeah, I'm thinking a box of these is going to be in my future.
This is a have-to cigar right here.
Adam says he's PayPal ready.
It's a very hefty cigar, and I guarantee you. And I don't just say that to every cigar at all. This cigar,
no.
this cigar is amazing. It's amazing. Get one, and I guarantee you're gonna come back and ask for more.
If you haven't tried it, you got to try it. Absolutely.
I'm putting the nub tool in it.
I couldn't smoke any more of it.
I don't have a nub tool, but now that I have this cigar, now I got to get a nub tool.
Hey, Cigar Prop has some good.
I was looking at them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're
So,
amazing right
Jeffrey,
now.
have you checked out my High Desert Man channel at all? Are you familiar with the main cigar accessory that I created? It's called the smoke chest.
No.
Okay, hold on just a sec.
Okay.
Gosh darn it.
I was gonna give him some crap right now, but he took off his mic. I was like, "Come on, man. You gotta have that on standby."
Don't laugh at me. They got stuck on my freaking glasses trying to. Okay, so the smoke chest is something I created in 2018, and then the official High Desert Man version of it came out last year, 2019. So it's a box like a cigar box, says smoke chest on it. It's got the desert motif on the back.
Nice.
I have the boxes made in Ybor City, and then they're shipped to me, and I have to actually assemble the box and stuff. And then inside, it's an ashtray. Am I in the camera? Okay, it's an ashtray, a cigar rest, place for your cutter and lighter, and a beverage rest over here.
That's cool.
So I'm going to customize one of these, and I'm going to send it to you as appreciation for being on the show and stuff.
Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool. I like that. Have you been to Ybor City?
Many times.
Yeah.
I've got a friend there who owns a factory and owns his own brand, and he's the guy that makes the boxes for me and stuff, and we've got a pretty close friendship.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, like in the cigar factory, the box is like a whole nother production, you know, especially if they make them in house, you know?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother production.
Yeah, his brand is called Tabanero Cigars, and his cigars are Tabanero Cigars or Masita Cigars. His name is Yanko Masita, and he's from Cuba, and he's just a really cool guy, and he's doing, so far as Ybor City is concerned, he's doing something completely different from all the other little factories there and stuff. He's really trying to get Ybor City to be recognized as the cigar capital again.
Right.
And so he's one of the only guys that bans all of his cigars. Really beautiful. He makes all of his own boxes in-house and stuff. And I discovered him, I want to say it was 2016 or 2017, something like that. And we formed a relationship, and I reached out to him about the box. Actually, he saw a post of mine that I was trying to find somebody to make boxes, and he reached out to me, and so I made another trip over there, and we spent the whole day together. The guy was awesome. He treated me like a king. Took me out to great lunch, great dinner, gave me tons of cigars, and gave me a whole tour of his factory and everything. And we've just formed a good relationship and stuff. So I like to promote him whenever I can.
So he brings, I guess he imports the leaf tobacco in from like Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Honduras,
so
whatever.
He works with Oliva Tobacco, and I can't remember the name of the other company, but another big farm out of Dominican Republic and Nicaragua.
Okay.
And he hires all of his. He really tries to promote the Cuban heritage of cigars. So all of his rollers are Cuban. Most of the people in his shop are Cuban, except for there's a guy there named Jim that works the front counter. Jim's been there forever, as long as I've known him. And Jim lights people's cigars for them, and he uses a great big, huge butane blowtorch.
Oh
And
my gosh.
you ought to see this guy light a cigar. He is a pro, man.
He's like sweating pipes. He's lighting cigars.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I really hope the FDA reconsiders their position, because if the FDA gets their way, cities like Ybor are just going to disappear. You know, they're just going to go away. It's going to ruin everything. You know.
Caesar, you're done with yours? Oh, you're nubbing it too.
I'm nubbing it. I am nubbing it, and I'm still loving it.
I miss mine.
I miss mine.
You got another one, man. Light it up. You got to save it for a little while.
Yeah, special occasion.
Yeah.
That'd probably be my birthday stick.
Look, I gotta tell you something. These cigars go so fast. Like, I'm lucky if I get to keep 2 for myself out of each crate that comes. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Cesar was telling me that you were having a hard time keeping stuff in stock, and then you even, from the time that you told me you were getting some in, and then those all sold out, right? And then you got some, because I just got mine literally today. I got them today at 11:30.
I overnighted yours.
Yeah, I was worried.
I overnighted it.
I was thinking, man, I'm not going to get this cigar in time, but I'm glad it showed up.
Yeah, and I have another crate on its way, and that's like half sold already.
So how many are
one coming right behind it?
How many are on a crate? How many do you get at a time?
It varies. It all varies on what I need at the time, how fast I need it. There's a whole thing with customs that it's hard to get into right now. So it varies. But it's over 100, so they move. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's good.
They move. Yeah.
Mr. Clark, thank you very much, man. I'll be on the lookout for that. Just have her reach out to me at info@highdesertman.com or Vic, VIK @highdesertman.com.
Yeah, that's a cool chest. I like that. I'm going to share that on my Instagram and Facebook page. That's a great Father's Day gift.
There's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like it in the industry, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm trying to move what I have so that I can start on the next version. I've got some cool plans for the next version.
I mean, for the active smoker that loves to go out on a hike or to the beach or away for the weekend, I mean, what a great idea that is, Everything is right in there. You grab your cigars, you grab your smoke chest, and off you go. Everything right in there.
You know I'll tell you something funny about that. When I made it, I really intended it. I did not intend it to be like a portable thing. I thought people would get one and it would be because here's how it came about. I always went to a buddy's house, and when we'd smoke, you end up with lighters spread out on the table and cutters and everything. It's like, hey, where's the lighter? I need to touch mine up or whatever. And I thought, man, there's got to be a better way to do this and keep everything organized. And the other thing was I was coming out to my lab all the time, and I'm about 50 yards from my house. And I'd come out here and I'd be, shucks, man, I forgot my lighter. I'd go back to the house, whatever. So I created it, and immediately everyone started using it in a portable sense. And I thought, wow, I never even thought about that. But I've got a lot of customers that take them around to shops. They take them on vacation with them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've seen some real cool customizations on that box from people that have ordered that box, and then they'll do whatever they want with it to where they make it look their way and their own style on customizing that box, which is pretty cool. I know Adam Stevens has done that to his, and
Diggins has,
and also Kevin also did something real cool with his box, which
Kevin went to the next level. He raised the bar for everyone with the customizing he did, man.
Yeah,
I still got to get mine.
I gotta Adam Stevens. He's not that far from me. I think he's in Pennsylvania, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in PA.
And his wife, isn't she Cigar Eyes? Isn't she the one that does Cigar Eyes? Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, they're good people. Good people.
Oh yeah,
great people. Yeah, Adam was just telling me. I also produce beard products, beard oil and beard balm and a wash and stuff. And Adam was telling me I need to tell you about that. I was like, as soon as you came on camera, I was like, there's no better guy to represent this brand than you, man. You got the perfect face for it.
The funny thing is, I have never had a beard my whole life.
Really?
And then with the whole quarantine, I need a haircut so bad. So I let the beard grow in, and I kind of like it. I like it. So I got to get some balm and stuff because it's a little wiry. So I got to get something to help tame it up.
When I send you my smoke chest, I'll send you some product as well.
Cool. I'll tell you what, that beard shampoo that he has, I've been using it every single day during quarantine and right before, and I still got a lot left. It's a nice size bottle.
It lasts forever. You need such a small amount, and my bottles last a really long time. I don't buy any shampoo or anything anymore. That's all I use. Man, I wish I'm not sure what it. If I was to guess, I didn't get a chance to check it with the humidimeter because I was so anxious to light it up. But it was north of 70% for sure. So it has caused a little bit of issue. The cigar has gotten squishy and stuff, but it still has smoked great. And I can't wait after I dry box that other one to see what it smokes at.
Did your bag have a Bovita in it?
Yeah, a big one.
Yeah, it was a big one. Yeah, was it like 69?
No, it was a 72%.
Yeah.
Mine was a 69, I think.
Yours was a 69? Yeah, I'm out of the little ones. I wait for them to come in. But, like you said, I'd rather it be a little over humidified than dry and stale. Because there's nothing worse than a cigar cracking when you go to cut the cap. It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Keep using it, Adam. You got to rub harder, man.
I see the messages coming up now.
Rub real hard. Eventually it'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, still makes it hard. Man, this cigar has been amazing the whole time.
You're telling me you see this sucker?
So we've been on the show an hour and 43 minutes.
Yep.
And you guys are just getting down to the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a
nice.
Now you tell me, when can you smoke a cigar that low? That low. I mean, it still tastes good. Usually, even before this, you're already getting some type of bitterness and very, just
oil in your mouth. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would have gone further, but the dang thing burnt me. Not the cigar, this. It burnt the hell out of me. The cigar was fine. I just ran out of room.
Those guys up there, whatever they're doing a hell of a job, man.
Yeah, they certainly are. I gave them the link tonight to watch. I'm not sure if they got a chance because at 8:30 my time, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, they're 6 hours ahead of me. So
Yeah, that's late.
it would have been 2:30 a.m. for them when we started.
That's cool. They can go back and watch it afterwards.
Yeah. We got guys all the way out from Hawaii to Switzerland that were going to check out the show tonight.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, they're doing something amazing. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, I'm excited to see, see how you grow and see how things, pick up after all this COVID stuff. And I'm anxious to try out some of those other brands because I try not to be, but I'm a sucker for a good presentation on a cigar. And the brands you represent, they all have just beautiful bands, real nice. Man, I think it was the Davtian. There's one that's box pressed that is so sharp of a box press, it looks like a rectangle.
That's the Davtian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That had a crazy box press on it, man.
Yeah, that's the Rubio. The Rubio. It almost looks like pressed like chocolate, like a candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you what I was thinking about doing once we open back up. I think I'm going to start. I'm going to start filming because my job is to visit cigar shops.
Right.
And for me to stay relevant, I have to be in 5 shops a day. Okay.
Every single day.
At Monday through Friday.
Right.
Saturdays and Sundays are, usually cutting light days or whatever, day off. But what I'm thinking about doing is I want to do something and film the interaction.
Sure.
Film the humidor, show what they got. And I think it'll help the retailer out, and it'll attract attention to me. People will see what brands I have. So I've been tossing that idea around, showing the lounge. I mean, I'm in cigar shop, so I might as well share with everybody what I'm seeing.
Absolutely.
Some places are like amazing, amazing places that you would never. It's like they're these little shops off tucked away somewhere, and you walk inside, and it's like, wow, this place is gorgeous, and most people don't get to see it. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna start filming it, my interactions with my cigar shops.
Well, you're in a good area. I mean, there's so many really nice cigar lounges and
Pennsylvania.
Stuff. Yeah,
Pennsylvania's thick.
It's a great area for that.
Yeah, Pennsylvania and Florida, I think, are the last 2 states that don't have an excise tax.
Right.
So that's why PA is great for cigar industry.
So
it's a big state.
Do you cover the whole state?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of driving, man.
Yep. Except for Craw, I only go out to Harrisburg, the very western portion of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Okay. That his Midwest guy carries that. And believe it or not, that's a big help because PA's big. It's a big state, So for me, from here out to Harrisburg is well enough for me. I mean, I got Philadelphia, Harrisburg, the Poconos. I got that triangle. That's a lot of miles. There's a lot of shops in there, a lot. And then Jersey, the shore is seasonal. So, in the summertime, when the shops in PA kind of slow down a little bit in the dog days of summer, I'll be at the Jersey Shore, hitting the Jersey Shore shops because they're hopping then, so it works out good.
Nice.
Nice.
I seen that show.
Well, I'm telling you, if we can meet up in October at Cigar Fest, that'll be awesome, and we'll get some good video and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
Lee Mac is going to be there with me. You familiar with Lee Mac 912? His channel?
No.
Okay, Lee Mac's another guy that you probably want to reach out to. He's got
Okay.
a lot more followers than the rest of us. I think he's at like 8,000 followers or something. He's super cool, dude. He's been doing it.
Ron Reel's also.
Ron Reel's over in Tennessee.
Yeah, and also Kevin from Cigar Prop, and also Smoking Preacher. He's also a good channel. Everybody's got their viewers that like their style. So if I can actually, if you want to, I can send you their links so you can look at their channels and stuff and see.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check them out.
Yeah, check them out because they're all good reviewers and they all have their own people that watches their style of their reviews, kind of like we do. We got our people that like the way we do our reviews and
Right.
And then also Big has his people, and and then you got guys that are just they like watching all of us, and so they're subscribed to everybody. But everybody counts. Every one person counts.
Absolutely.
Hey, what part of PA are you in again?
I'm southeastern PA, right outside of Philadelphia.
Right outside
Bucks
of Philly.
County.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Bucks County, where I'm at.
Okay.
Bucks
So
County.
you said you're what, about an hour and a half from Harrisburg area?
From Harrisburg? No. I'm an hour and a half from the Poconos.
Okay.
So where Cigar Fest is, up in the Pocono area. Harrisburg, I'm like maybe a little over 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Gotcha.
Man,
wow.
Almost 2 hours, and look at me.
Yeah.
Savory.
Oh man,
should have done the same.
Loving this stick, man. God.
I'm excited to do my review, and I'm glad I waited. I'm really glad I waited. When I do my review, I'll really be able to focus on the cigar and give it its.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Proper
you
recognition.
didn't know is that
cool.
Your cigar was being passed around on my birthday. We had a party here 2 weeks ago. I had about 20-some people, maybe.
Don't ask me. I don't remember.
I had a party that went up to like 6 a.m. And your cigar was being passed around here with some big name cigars like Padron and Andalusian Bull and all that. Everybody was enjoying those cigars, man. So
cool. Awesome.
Thanks to JJ Cruz. He had bought a box from you. I remember one of our guys, and he had brought them over. He was just like sharing them around, like, here you go, guys.
Wow.
What the hell? Hey, you got too drunk, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, you missed out.
Robert passed out.
Yeah, he passed out. He was done.
That was a good part. What the hell? Bull crap.
Sam.
Adam says that Rob was drunk texting him at 2 a.m.
I was. I went back and I seen the message to Adam, and I was like, "Oh God."
Nice.
That's funny.
Well, Jeffrey, we really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing some cigars with us and sharing your story and stuff. And
absolutely.
And tell the guys out in Switzerland that we really enjoyed those cigars, and we're looking forward to getting some more out here in the U.S., man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully one day we'll get them to do some shows here in the States.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. We can bring them on our show and be on here and share their story.
Yeah, that would be awesome. When they're ready, I'm sure they will.
So one more time before we wrap up, why don't you go over the giveaway thing again for everyone?
Okay, so the first few people that order cigars that mention any of the channels are going to get the choice of, as you know, while supplies last, the hat, the cigar stand, and then they'll get stickers and free sticks. First, second, third, and fourth.
There you go.
Okay, four people. The first four people
yeah.
by,
Yep.
and probably three now because I think Adam's already jumped the gun.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they get. They'll get their choice. And like I said, if there's someone on Instagram that orders the same time as Facebook, they'll each get a choice of a hat. You know, everyone wants the hat, so I got plenty of hats.
Yeah, that hat is awesome hat, bro. And you know what I like is that green part in the bottom. I know someone gonna hate on me, but my Astros
it looks
had
cool.
that hat with the green in the bottom back in the 80s and 90s when they had just like that, and they had the actual Astros logo on top, and that's why I really like it.
Yeah, these hats are actually like they're high quality hats. They're wool blend. They're snapback, flat brim. They're not cheap, you know what I mean? And they stand up good. So
Who makes
actually,
them
Stitch Kings.
Stitch Kings, okay.
Yes,
Mr. Clark wants to see the hat a lot better. Can you show him the hat, please?
They're in Philadelphia, Stitch Kings.
Nice.
And they do a lot of famous people, work for famous people, rappers, sports stars, YouTubers, like the car community. So that's how I found them. And you know, they're in Philly, you know. And the funny thing is, the owner, after he saw the label and realized it was cigars, he smoked cigars. And then he went and looked at the cigar on my Instagram page, and then he messaged me and he goes, "Yo, dude, I want some of those cigars." So it was pretty cool how it worked out.
Nice.
So I'm going to do more stuff. We'll do some shirts and hats and hoodies and some more stuff. We'll keep it fresh, you know.
Nice.
Hey guys, also when you get your stuff and you get your merchandise, make sure you hashtag and tag Cigar Coin and Smoking Lead Triple Cap Show and Big High Desert Man. Tag us all.
Yeah, tag us all.
Yeah, we want to see your stuff, man.
I'm trying to see how fast it takes to get Crazy Monkey in every state. So far, we got a lot of states covered already. Hawaii, we don't have Alaska yet, but we got Hawaii, we got the West Coast, we got Midwest, we got East Coast. So we're gonna fill it all in.
How are you covering the West area?
West Coast?
Yeah, how are you getting stuff distributed out here and known out here and everything? Because you're out.
I just ship it.
But I mean, you don't have anyone representing out here
for Crazy Monkey? No,
okay,
it's all organic off of social media.
Okay, nice.
It's also all social media. It's all word of mouth. That's all it's been.
Wow, that's cool.
And we also have a review on the cigar on the Smoking Lead channel, so you guys go check it out.
Yes, that review has brought a lot because a lot of people will tag me and say, "What about the cigar?" And I say, "Go watch the video." You know, that's what I tell them. Go watch the video.
Well, we'll have another one up here in about 2 weeks. I'll have my review up.
Can't wait to see that.
Looking forward to it.
All right, Jeffrey. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for the time. You got it. All right, guys. Take it easy.
All right. You have a good night. Stay safe, bro.
You too. You too. Good night. Bye-bye.
All right. God bless.
All right, man.
Awesome.
That was an interesting cigar, man. If it wasn't for when I first got it out of the bag and I was feeling it, I was like, I don't know, this might be a little bit too humidified or something. But the only thing my draw was kind of tight, and I was kind of fighting that a little bit. At one point, the draw really opened up, and that's when I started getting that other kind of, I don't even know what it was, but some other flavor came in that was kind of creamy and sweet and stuff. It's a really interesting stick.
And for you to get those notes, being how high humidity it was, and still being and performing the way it was, I mean, that should kind of tell you something on that cigar.
Just imagine whenever you do,
right,
when you get it in nice humidity. Whew.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, man. We had we didn't go real high tonight. I think the highest we went was about 25, but we'll get it out. Did you see the message from Preacher? Preacher was pumping the comments saying, "Hey, we got 20 some odd people in here and only a few comments. Let's get some comments going." So
it was at 13. It was at 13 likes, and he said that and it went.
Nice.
Awesome guy.
I love that guy.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna do up a smoke chest, and I'm gonna do a Crazy Monkey and High Desert Man theme in it.
That would be awesome.
There you go.
Probably use the band. So guys, I had an idea. While we were smoking that. Why don't the three of us go in on a box together?
Okay.
And we can because right now I don't want to put out a lot of money because I'm waiting for the new crown heads to come out. But I'd like to get some more of these so we can go together, all three of us on a box. That'll bring the price down. Actually, let's see what that'll do for the price.
Yeah, I'll send you some of my stickers also.
Yeah, I keep waiting, man. You haven't sent them yet.
I haven't sent anybody the stickers because I wanted to wait till today because I have a lot of requests for that sticker.
And you've got a lot of signing.
So I got a lot of things to do, and I have a lot of stickers to send out.
Okay, if we go in on a box together, it'll be $54 a piece.
Okay.
And somebody's going to get two of us will get 4 cigars, one of us will get 5 cigars because there's 13 to a box. I forgot to mention that. I wanted to ask him why 13. That's kind of an odd number, but the boxes are 13 sticks.
Yes, 13 sticks. Yep.
Smoking Preacher says he wants a sticker as well. What are you guys laughing at?
Did you guys hear him? It says Michael T said, "Bless you." Did y'all hear that or what?
Was it a sneeze?
No, yeah, out of his other hole.
Out of his butt.
That's why I looked at him like, for real, bro.
At least you waited until the cigar was done.
Yeah, right. Man, what'd you do? Eat the chocolate or what? Oh gosh.
All right, guys. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for supporting the channel and checking out the Triple Cap show. And definitely go and friend both Crazy Monkey and Zigarrenkönig. It's down in the down on the screen there. That's Jeffrey's company. And guys, you're going to want to check out these cigars. They are really interesting sticks and super good.
Good night, Adam.
You'll have a wonderful.
Both Adams. Good night, Adam Stevens and Adam Wolf. Yeah, stay safe, guys.
Later.
Thanks, Axel. Yeah, good night, brother.
God bless everyone.
God bless you guys. Thank you for hanging around with us. Mr. Clark 30, thank you, brother. All you guys, thanks for supporting our channel and our show. We love you guys.
Peace. All right.